Hello, my friends. Hope you're all doing well and have a lovely Sunday. I told you before, I've been having rain every day here. It's like Groundhog Day. What's the weather today? Rain. But now we've went several days with no rain and you're starting to water everything a lot. So now all of a sudden it clouded up and start coming down rain and just quit. So that's how it goes. You have seasons of like rain, 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 and then gone. Okay, toward the end of this video, I have just a little fashion show. I see a lot of the other ladies are doing it, so I do. And I'll have a link on it for this blouse. I got my speaker right there if you're wondering what that is. It was better than stick it on my collar hanging down. And so now, since I've lost that weight, I'm like a size small. It really fits me better because my shoulders are small. So it just feels so much better. So I kind of like this. Okay, yeah, so still working at it. The next pound, trying to get it up. Well, and also I had to go, remember, to the dermatologist. Maybe I think I had that little part while I was in the car going. The reason was I had this spot above my eyebrow. It's one of those things that just keeps coming back and coming back. It's like about once a year I go and I get it burned off, or I bought one of those complicated kits to burn it off, and it helped a little bit. But sometimes you just need to go in and let them pull out the big guns, the big can. Now, why are they so stingy about that can of, what is that, like a dry ice where they burn stuff off of you? Seems like they're so stingy. The last time I went, they go, oh, pick out 10 spots. Well, I haven't gone for a long time, and it's like, so you're looking all over your body trying to find stuff, and like, why do I gotta leave some of them? This is so crazy. If I had that can, now my sister told me they can't use that on anybody else after they use it on you. Well, if that's true, I think, okay, if that's true, they just want you to come back. I wonder. Oh, is that being, what else? Suspicious about things. That's the word I was looking for. Conspiracy, yeah. I don't know why they do that. But it's not only just that spot. On my forehead, I've been having the craziest things, and I just don't know what it is. And I start noticing it after I'd had COVID. So that would be 4 years ago, something like that. 5, I don't know what it's been. Probably 4 years ago. But anyways, I start getting these, like, we one bump, and then 2, and then 3, and I go, why are those bumps on my forehead? Then I start getting all these little bumps on my forehead. I never had anything on my forehead, and I wore bangs all the time for years and years and years. So my forehead was never exposed to the sun. So it was in pretty good shape. I didn't have any spots or nothing. And then now all of a sudden I start getting them. And I didn't know what they were. Does that drive you crazy when you get something wrong with you? You just like, what is it? So when I went in, some of them, the bigger ones, are just those old age. You probably, some of you ladies, if you're a nurse, know what it is. Just old age is all it is, bumps you get. And the rest of the smaller ones, she said to me, did you have oily skin when you were young? And I did. Drove me crazy. By 12 noon, I was like dabbing my face because it would get so oily. But she said it keeps your skin looking younger. So she says it's bad when you're a teenager battling with it. But when you get older, it's good. So, yes, that is good. I like that part of it now, but I didn't then. But she said what happens when she asked me, as you have clogged, she says your oil glands on your forehead are clogged. Like, what? So she wanted me she gave me a prescription for retinol. All right, because it's stronger than over the counter. But, and also, what is that face wash? Sir something or other. I'll put a link on there. It's the green and white one, the pump. But it's to wash your face. She suggested that, which I knew that. I started using it ever since I went there. Okay, so when Mr. Bill went, he was going to the store, and so I asked him to pick it up, and he did. And they said it was $97, and you have to get permission from your doctor, probably because it's stronger than over the counter. Because she said it's very drying and probably will flake your skin or something like that. I'm not, my skin's not dry at all still, so I don't know if it would. Probably would if it's stronger. So I says, no, forget it. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just order stuff from Amazon, which I did, which it's supposed to have been here today. I have to go look in the mailbox. Maybe it came. And then you just put that on at night. And I didn't know this. Did you know that retinol, if you put it on your face and you go out in the sun, the minute you go out in the sun, it stops working? That was news to me. So I learned 2 new things about it. So waiting for the retinol, then I realized I have one of those face scrubbers with battery operated. So I put some of that face wash on the brush and over my forehead several times and the rest of my face. So we'll see what happens. But, I told her, I go, today here I'm coming in to see you and don't seem like they're as big. And she goes, oh, that happens. The oil glands swell up and then go down, whatever. I can't get nothing. I try to even squeeze my forehead. I'm not grossing you guys out. It's just the stuff that happens. All right, so I'm getting that taken care of. Now, on to the next thing. All right, so the next problem I've been having, I got a blanket behind me. Oh, okay. The next problem I had that I have been battling with for years is like this infection I would get. I used to get them under my toenails, and now I've got that cleared up. But I had polished my nails, and you know how sometimes you need to do it, you need to take it all off and polish it again, and I just put another coat of polish on. But I started noticing that the polish didn't want to stick on this one finger, and it looked kind of like dark under it because the polish I was putting on it was pretty light. Well, it scared me. I thought, is that a nail fungus? Oh no, they're so hard to get rid of. So I took the nail polish off, and yes, it was so dark at the base. And then after a couple days, the whole nail turned like white. So I cut it down as far as I possibly could. And I started putting fungal polish, cream on it, all kind of stuff like that. She said, unfortunately, the creams and stuff doesn't do any good. So I got an over-the-counter nail polish. I don't know what it's got in it, but it's medicated somehow. So, and all I have to do is put that on at night. And you do that for a week, and then after a week, you take it all off with alcohol and start over. But I got a wedding in September. I can't have a funky nail at the wedding. So, but what I'll do, I could just paint them all silver, it isn't that ugly now, see. But so that's why I don't have any nail polish on my toenails or my fingernails. I'm just trying to be healthy. I don't color my hair anymore. Maybe that's why people go around like that, right? Pretty soon you don't want to do anything. Okay, what else? Oh, I have another thing I want to ask you ladies. I was out to breakfast with a bunch of the ladies, and this came up. And I know it's real stupid, but it's totally shocked me what they do that I don't do. I want to ask you, maybe I'm missing something here. Okay, this is what we were talking about. I don't know how it came up about washing clothes. All right. And somebody said that they do not sort their clothes. They put all the colors in at one time and wash them. I'm like, what? And then another one of the ladies said, oh no, I don't sort my clothes. I'm flabbergasted. And only one other lady said, it was Melissa, said that she does sort her clothes. And I said, and they said, well, with the new machines, and I have a new machine, and with the way clothes are made now, they're color fast. And so they're color fast so they don't leach out the color onto your other clothes. Well, I have a new machine. I could not bring myself to do that. To put my whites and my darks and my colored all in one load. Is it just me being older? Is it just my generation? I know, college boys would do stuff like that, they'd have white t-shirts and put something red and then they come out with a pink t-shirt, but do clothes not do that anymore? Tell me what you do. I just feel like I was just shocked about this. Like, where have I been? Have you ever had somebody you hired to come do some work for you and they don't show up on time and it kind of messes your whole day up because you're waiting for them to come to the door? Well, this was a young man. Well, he's in his 40s. I guess he isn't that young, but he was going to do some yard work for us. And I had him last year, and I had problems a little bit with him, last year where he wouldn't show up when he said he was going to. And I don't know his story. He's very likable, and he's good at yard work, and he works hard. But, he didn't show up until I had it. It was like the whole day. And finally, I said, just wait till tomorrow. Because I think maybe he was on another job. And he surely didn't need to start another job at my house. And it was hot, and we had a lot of work to do. But he still wanted to come, but I told him no. So the following morning, we just got out of bed. I'm trying to think what time, we got up a little later than usual, so it could be around 7. And I found a message on my phone that he said he's in the yard. And he said that he was in the yard and he's working and that he brought his dog with him who's in training. Well, I don't know what that means. But it was it. I says, what kind of dog is it? And he goes, it's a Staffordshire. I go, oh, you mean a pit bull? He didn't want to say pit bull. You know how people are about that. But it was a very sweet dog, like teenage dog. So it wasn't a little puppy. And he had it off leash. And I was surprised at how well it listened to him. Excuse me. It just was a friendly, likable dog. So that worked out. But the problem I had is in the backyard. Do you remember I said we have bluebird houses? Well, we're on the second nest has been, laid or put together by the birds in the birdhouse. And now they decided to come out for the first time while he is out trimming the bushes. And he's got his dog with him. So the baby bluebirds come out. And he doesn't know. And they start attacking him. Yeah. So when I looked out, I just seen it with a jacket over his head and like flailing his arms around, and I seen a bird attacking him. So we had problems with that because no matter where he went, the birds would attack him. But Mr. Bill could go out there and they didn't bother him. And actually, they didn't bother me, but they know us. They know his silver head and my whatever head. I got platinum. They know our head. He was uh, African American young man. So he probably looked different. They knew. And the dog, they didn't recognize the dog. But Bill feeds them all the time. We're always on the porch, the deck rather. So, anyways, he finally got most of it done. Then he couldn't finish part of it because he said we have a lot of poison ivy, and he came in the house. Oh, can I wash off? And he ran into our back bathroom and was washing his hands and his arms, and he goes, oh, I had poison ivy once before, and I'm like. So we went out and looked at it, and and he goes, yeah, that's poison ivy, and it was a vine that was going all over. But after I says, well, just leave it. We'll have to get some spray and spray it. I said to, after a while, I said to, and Bill started to get the sprayer, put it together and stuff. And I said, I'm going to ask Claude if that's poison ivy. Claude is my AI app, I know some of you are totally against it. He really comes in handy. I think we're going to have to live with AI. AI came out of the bottle, and I don't think we're going to be able to put AI back in. It's here to stay. But it's like TV or our Alexa or even cars, things that we weren't used to, we're always afraid of it. So, I think it's going to rain again. It smells so good. But anyways, so I took a picture of it, and then I sent it to Claude, AI Claude, and I said, Claude, is this poison ivy? And immediately he said, no. Poison ivy has 3 leaves. He says, but what that is, Virginia creeper. It's not poisonous. So Mr. Bill and I both went out and started pulling some of it up. And I did use a glove, and he didn't. Just in case Claude was wrong, I didn't want to get poison ivy. So, he came in handy for that. And then, my foxglove was like distressed. It seemed like it was distressed. It's not happy you had plants like that. So I asked Claude, I showed him a picture of it, and he said, they like dappled shade foxglove. So I put it here just a couple of days ago, put it on the front porch. Okay, here they are. Not as pretty as last year, but that's how things go sometimes. But look at the rain. Can you guys see the rain on this? It just I don't know if you can see the sparkles. It looks so pretty. I don't know if you're able to see that. Looks like it's full of buds over here. I'm going to have more. These are starting to open, or they did open. Look how gorgeous. The aroma is, look at from the side. The aroma is so good. But do you remember I told you on the other side of my sidewalk where I used to have so many? The deers ate them. They didn't do it last year. But look at this. They ate all these off. They left me one bud. That's about it. That's all I got out. The boxwood that looked like they were dead, when we moved in, I cut all the dead stuff out, and then we tried to cut them in a little square. Excuse my hose there. We have several down there, and they're all healthy and doing well. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up, and you can see my little fashion show I did this morning. All right, and I'll put a link because I'm wearing this blouse. Okay, bye-bye. Love you guys. Mwah. Okay, I just want to show you, I know a lot of the ladies are doing a bit of a fashion show. So I've had these for a long time. I'll try to find them on Can't get far enough away so you can see them. I got sandals, and this is a kind of a crepey, soft material, elastic waist, pockets. I actually bought them probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I might be able to still pull them up. They're like a linen color. And then I found this little top on Amazon recently, and I gotta quit saying but I thought it might go well with this. When I was at 5th Street Marketplace, I didn't look around a lot, but I seen this on a rack. Everything was 50% off. So I got it for $7. I thought that was cute. Then I wore these little earrings. So we're getting ready to go to church. I feel better because I lost that 10 pounds. I don't know. So I'm like stuck at one. This morning it was 135.2. And like, keep hoping I'll wake up and it's 134. But I'm working at it. So I'm just telling you all this to encourage you. And I'm 82. I keep reinventing myself. I know I got the flabby arms, but what the heck? Can't have everything. Well, I love all you guys, and have a blessed Sunday. I might come back and do a video.